The 2021 NCAA Women's Water Polo Championship continues. Quarterfinal action, the fourth and final quarterfinal on the way. It's the host UCLA Bruins taking on the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. Greg Meskel here with you for NCAA.com. Thanks for joining us, UCLA. Home team coming in 13-4 on the year, 9-3 in the MPSF as they're prepared to make their way into the pool. They'll take on Hawaii, 11-1 on the year, 3-1. They're champs of the Big West in a limited schedule due to the pandemic, and they are going to determine who will be our final team in our semifinal round. We already know it's going to be USC against Arizona State on one side, and then we know Stanford against the winner of this one. Stanford, a winner in our last match. They took on Fresno State, an upset-minded Bulldog squad, and it was all Cardinal in that one. As we take a quick look back at some of these highlights, Fresno State kept pace early on, and then Stanford, they showed you their depth. They showed you the experience of a team that has made every NCAA tournament championship that has ever existed. So they've been in every one of the tournaments, and then they've won a whole variety of championship titles, and they are moving on once again to the semifinals with a convincing victory over Fresno State. And that's how our bracket is updated. Seeding holding to form. All the top seeds have advanced. UCLA looking to finish that off and avoid any sort of upset against Hawaii as they are ready to get going in this one. We look first at the visiting Rainbow Wahine from Hawaii. Molly Dalala goes in cage. Joining her in the field, Emma Van Rossum, Carmen Baringo, Lot Sturteveld, Lucia Gomez de la Puente, Libby Galt, and Olivia Kistler. Across the way, Jamia Bent in cage for UCLA, Hannah Palmer, Bella Baya, Annalise Miller, Katrina Drake, Brooke Maxon, and Lexi Leibowitz. For head coach Adam Wright, in his fourth season leading the women, he's also the head coach of the men's program here at UCLA. They just won the NCAA title for the postponed 2020 season earlier this year, so he has been working a fairly crazy schedule. Hawaii led by Maureen Cole, formerly Maureen Flanagan, a UCLA grad herself in her 10th season. And we're about to set the officials this one, Jen McCall, Darren Spiritosanto. And we will get it going. First time these two are meeting this year, as Hawaii was required to play purely a Big West schedule. And Hawaii controls the opening sprint. He's getting there first is the freshman Lot Sturteveld. Swings it back to Gomez de la Puente, and we are underway.
First opportunity.
Gomez de la Puente working here to Sturteveld. Opening possession of this one. Lob try. That's off the bar and controlled by UCLA. And Jamia Bent, the senior from Los Angeles. And she gets the start today, and uncertain who would go. Jamia Bent and Georgia Phillips, they have split time throughout. No one has emerged over the other in the eyes of head coach Adam Wright, and so Bent gets the start here today, but should UCLA advance, it could very well be Phillips in the next game.
And Rossum defending at center.
Here's Bella Baya, near side.
Baya. Miller. Up top, Leibowitz.
Leibowitz now takes a look. Dangerous pass, and she throws it away.
Pass is long.
Leibowitz a little bit too much on that. And it comes back to Dalala, SoCal native from Tustin, California. Went to Foothill High School. Typically a strong team in the area.
Feed forward there to Sturteveld.
Sturteveld now controlling. Pressure here from UCLA.
Baringo working at center. Defending is Maxon.
Here's Van Rossum. Now they work it around Gomez de la Puente. Inside, clean look, cross cage, score it for Lot Sturteveld. That's the 14th goal on the year for the freshman from the Netherlands. And Hawaii has the first word in this one. Cross cage, pass bent. Quickly, UCLA will have a chance to equalize. An exclusion called against Hawaii. That will go against number 20, Olivia Kistler.
Into the corner.
First power play of this one.
It's out to Palmer.
And up Palmer, they work it around the horn.
Baya.
Come to Belabaya. Now Leibowitz.
Leibowitz.
Lefty moving in.
Anna.
Goes Palmer. Now Baya. Deflected and controlled by Hawaii. They gather up the rebound. Good defense there. Delala and company in close, and that cancels out the first power play try. See the field block. That's off the bar. Those sometimes are tough luck plays. Defense looking to help, but ends up deflected in the back of the net, but this time it goes off the bar. So now Hawaii can go back to work.
Cross drive. Gomez de la Puente.
Gisler
She works back out
works
the
to
wing.
Gomez de la Puente.
Spins it up to the flat. Stetterfeld. Back.
Moving
to de
in.
la Puente.
Shot clock to 6. Running out of time. And you try and entry at the last second. Wave off the goal on the turn inside. Shot clock violation. So Hawaii can't get that shot away in time. Now UCLA will try to answer. That's deflected on the way in. Leibowitz was looking to get Katrina Drake involved.
Ends up long in the hand. UH.
Now here's Delala. Delala had split time as goalie for Hawaii in
Feed forward.
her career in Honolulu, but the main starter as of late. Double team comes down to 2 meters, spreading things out. Shot clock to 7. Lob attempt, and a flick of the wrist is met easily from Jamia Bent on that try by Libby Galt. More than 3 minutes gone by. Here's an opportunity. Leibowitz out in front. Defenders giving chase. Leibowitz denied. What a monster field block. That is turned away, and the Hawaii bench erupts. Big time defensive effort. Look at this. That's Carmen Baringo getting in front of that in a major way. Coach Cole calls her a jack of all trades. We saw some of her defensive abilities. Here's an ordinary.
Ordinary. Defending there is Miller.
Heavy pressure here from UCLA.
Into the corner, Stetterfeld.
Sturtefeld. Shot clock to 6. Galt takes a look. A few fakes, that's field blocked away. Leibowitz is there. And the ball back to the Bruins. We're halfway through this first quarter. And we're going to keep things right here as Brooke Maxson got tangled up. And Hawaii now looking to answer quickly. Quick try, quick score. Lot Sturtefeld has 2. The ball turned over. Went back to Hawaii on the offensive in transition against UCLA, and Sturtefeld walks it in and buries it. So an excellent start for this Hawaii team. This is a squad, like so many, uncertain if there would be a season for them this year. When they find out there will be one, but it'll only be conference play. Of course, being located in Hawaii, they have to do some traveling. They eventually make their way into the Big West tournament, and they defeat UC Irvine 9-8 in the final to earn their spot here.
Now we're in cap 12, Baringo.
We've got a cap change here for those scoring at home. Baringo, typically number 8, now she's number 12. Her cap 8 has disappeared. Entry inside, double team, triple team. Hawaii shows up and forces the takeaway. And Delala now. Ahead to Laura Luka, who's come on, a freshman from Serbia.
Here's Baringo. Tom Stetterfeld.
It'll be an offensive.
Contrafoul turns it over to UCLA.
So go against Hawaii. And now the Bruins will try to answer as Hawaii has brought on some reserves off the bench. Here's a good look in front. Delala out, and that pass just a little bit too far ahead of Roxy Wheat. Otherwise, it would have been trouble for Hawaii on defense.
Counting through 3 minutes.
Hawaii has brought in the redshirt junior center, Lalale Mataafa from Maui. She has brought some big energy to the squad, and she is a force down at 2 meters as she tries to create some room.
Gets it up top, Baringo.
Baringo's knocked down. Shot clock to 10.
Serfel back to Baringo.
Baringo takes a look, lets it go, and that is deflected. Someone got a piece of it for the Bruins on the way through, and then Bent is able to gather it up. 2.5 to play, first quarter. Bruins still looking for that first goal. They have the advantage now. Here's Mina Simmons. Simmons walks it in right down Main Street. Simmons takes a look, doesn't want the shot, and now she'll pass off and get Val Ayala involved. Ayala in off the bench. Nothing there. Goes to Abby Hill, who's come on. Shot clock to 6. Abby Hill takes a look. Nothing there. Now they go inside. And right with 1 second left, an exclusion called. Excellent patience by UCLA. But then a knockdown. The defense is there for Hawaii as the Rainbow Wahine are still trying to get to the exclusion corner. So with that, UCLA is able to maintain possession. The player who is closest to the ball, they had to go out on the exclusion. So new life here on offense for the Bruins. Power play's over, but UCLA still with possession. They pour it inside. The power play will start anew. Stopped by Dalala. What defense here early on for Hawaii, and again, Dalala puts it into the corner, but this time the Rainbow Wahine are there.
12 white.
So UCLA has had 3 quick tries on the advantage, 0 for 3. That was Baringo who was excluded. Second look here, and Hawaii defense, an excellent opening quarter here. Gomez de la Puente, little drive through, nothing there. Long cross pass. 2 seconds on the shot clock, a field block is there.
On the attempt.
Now Val Ayala advancing. Under a minute to go here in the first. Ayala moves in, surging towards the cage. Dalala gets a piece of it and can't get enough. UCLA is on the board. Val Ayala scores for the Bruins.
And gets it in.
An important goal here for UCLA as they get on the board for the first time. Here's Ayala. Dalala gets a little piece of it, but couldn't get all of it. A couple of high school teammates there, quite familiar with each other. Val Ayala and Molly Dalala, both juniors in college, both Foothill High School grads in Southern California. Both SoCal water polo athletes. And Ayala scores the first for the Bruins. So make it 2-1 Hawaii. 37 seconds left, first quarter. UCLA has one.
Game and shot clocks nearly lined up.
Kistler.
Final front court action here.
First power play try coming for Hawaii. The exclusion will go on Katrina Drake. Luca looking to change her angle and draws another exclusion. 6-on-4 opportunity now here. Just 16 seconds left. Luca working it around the perimeter. Baringo, one coming back, now 6-on-5. Skip shot, Bent is there, and the Bruins kill off a 6-on-4, a major effort to close out this first quarter. Hawaii with a big opportunity to go up 2. But the Bruins, their defense holds. It's a 2-1 lead for Hawaii. After an exciting opening 8 minutes in our final quarterfinal match here. Second look, Jamia Bent, big stop to close out the first. We're back. There's a look at Lot Sturteveld, the freshman from the Netherlands for Hawaii. She has both of their goals as they have gotten out to the 2-1 lead after the first quarter. Sturteveld coming over from Europe, joining the Hawaii squad in the fall. Of course, had to go through a lengthy quarantine with COVID. And as Coach Maureen Cole told us this week, she would then break her nose just 2 days before their first trip in practice. Had to wear a mask for much of the season, playing a face mask, and she's come in and played some big minutes here in this first quarter, cashing in on 2 important goals. We'll try and keep Hawaii looking for the first upset of the day. All the top seeds have done the job so far. And here's a look at what Sturteveld has done thus far. So again, peeling off her defender and able to go cross cage to beat Bent. And then again, takes a look, nobody home, and she'll fire again, goes high corner. Now she's back into the pool. Arizona State, Hawaii, these are teams that are typically full of international athletes. They do a great job recruiting around the globe. And then the challenge always for the coaches, merging these various styles into one. There's different styles, different countries, different national team programs, different clubs athletes play for, but they all come together to play their college brand of water polo. Second quarter is underway, and the Bruins will control to get us going. This is Bella Wenzel, the junior from Lafayette, California.
UCLA, first opportunity to start second quarter action.
And now Hannah Palmer is having a great sophomore campaign for the Bruins. Working here to Drake.
Back to Baya.
Bella Baya.
In the corner.
They try and thread it inside, an ordinary called. Opening moments, second quarter.
That's it.
Shot clock to 7. Entry inside once again. And an exclusion called.
Draws the exclusion.
And we'll go on Emma Van Rossum. That's her first. And the power play here for the Bruins. Their 4th attempt on the 6-on-5. They've tied the ball game. Alexi Leibowitz cashes in. That's her first, and UCLA gets their first power play, and the fans up top. No fans allowed in the venue during these first couple of days of competition, but they have found their ways to cheer on the UCLA Bruins, the home team, as we get a second look at the senior, Alexi Leibowitz. Second look there up high. The local team, no surprise, they'd get heavy support. And we're all even at 2. Hawaii got out to the 2-0 lead. UCLA has answered with 2 straight.
Can you get an answer? And that's De La Puente.
An exclusion, and you can see it as the suit grab came up above the surface.
Ayala, 11 dart.
That'll be Ayala excluded.
UH with advantage.
Power play for Hawaii. Sturteveld gives a look.
And that's De La Puente.
Sturteveld loads it up. Hat trick. Lot Sturteveld has come to play in her first ever NCAA tournament. The freshman has 3 quick ones.
Lot Sturteveld with all 3 goals for UH. Including that one, cross cage, left post, good. 6:38, time to go.
Hawaii pulls back in front, 3-2, riding the hot hand of Sturteveld.
Step up out.
Hill, Baya.
Entry inside. Quick double team. Ball under is the call. Good help in close from Laura Luca. Emma Van Rossum as well, one of their premier defenders in the country, comes over.
Outlet, Sturteveld. Baya picks her up.
Here's Luca.
Luca. Cross there to Kistler.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Kistler drifting far from the cage. Abby Hill, heavy pressure and called for the exclusion. Official signaling that Hill was swimming over top of the offensive player.
To set up advantage, 5:51.
And so now the power play comes as Hill is excluded. Hawaii now 1 for 2 on the power play. They had the 6-on-4 out of the gate. They faltered on that, then converted the next one, Sturteveld, and now they will go on a third try here. Adam Wright, some thoughts here for the officials on the far side. And now back to live action. 6-on-5 for the Rainbow Wahine. Nice drive inside Van Rossum, but UCLA did an excellent job covering up. Pass couldn't get through. De La Puente, a few fakes. They're working around the perimeter. Off the bar, long rebound. Shot clock will reset, sides are even, so the power play will come to a close for Hawaii, but they'll get another opportunity. Here's Luca.
Top at the point. Simmons defending at center.
Outside, tipped away, Jamia Bent.
Taken by Luca, knocked away by Bent.
Trying to fire one in from about 8 meters, and Jamia Bent reading that one.
Gomez De La Puente puts it into play.
Gomez De La Puente will put things in play for Hawaii.
Top to Luca. Apa working the center. Simmons defending.
Big battle in at 2 meters and a little too much physical play, and then in transition an exclusion. So Mata'afa is the guilty party on offense, and on the other end, they deal it off to Ayala, and she connects. Val Ayala has another on the 6-on-5 for UCLA in transition, as that was an exclusion on Luca on the way down. Val Ayala has her second. Now 24 goals on the year. This pass almost caught her a little bit off guard. I think she might have thought Palmer was going to take it herself. Gathers that one off the head and puts it away. Ayala, part of the USA Women's Junior National Team, has also spent some time with the Senior National Team over the years. Talented player from Orange County, California. All even at 3 as UCLA answers. Van Rossum gives a look. Changing her position. Jamia Bent is there. Read it the whole way. Denies it with the left.
Counting through 4:20 here in the second. Now that's a Palmer.
Palmer now advancing. Malia Allen. Maxon now takes a look. Palmer, skip, bar down and out. Dalala there. Second look, this was a close call. That one snuck behind Dalala, but did not find its way into the cage, and she was able to gather it up. The exclusion off the ball. This will go against Malia Allen. Hawaii on the advantage. Under 4 to play. Good look in close. Excellent defense from behind. Ava Johnson closes the door on that attempt in close for Baringo. Sides are even once more. Here's Leibowitz on the charge. Leibowitz swings to Maxon. Gives a look, tries to paint the corner, not there. And the rebound is controlled by Hawaii. UCLA coming in to action here. They took 3rd place at the MPSF tournament, a 12-7 win over Arizona State. They hold the distinction of the only team to beat USC this year. So they have shown they can be the very best team in the country. Coming as the 3 seed. Here's Hawaii. Shot clock to 8. Lob inside. Just an ordinary as Baringo looks to work. Running out of time. 2 seconds left. And no ordinary there, just a shot clock violation. The UCLA defense suffocating. Abby Hill now, eyes up, looking for something. Never gets the ball live, a delay. Abby Hill taking a look down pool. There was nothing available. Needed to get that ball put in play. And then an exclusion and 2 quick fouls here on Abby Hill. So an important piece for UCLA has picked up 2 exclusions early. And Hawaii now on the advantage. Here's Sturtefeld. Works it out high. Galt. Baringo gives a look. Offensive, no offensive, rather inside the 2 is the call. So that cancels out that power play for Hawaii. They're now 1 for 5 on the advantage as we near the 2-minute mark in this first half. Belabaya, junior out of Mater Dei. Here's Maxon, now Palmer. Byatt will have time. A knockdown there. Works for Kesis. Entry in off the bar and away. Bruins have had a couple of opportunities right on the front doorstep. That one off the bar and out on the attempt in close by the center, Ava Johnson.
Counting through $1.40 before halftime.
Van Rossum. Offensive called on Hawaii. Ball to the Bruins. Kesis on the attack. Has time. Sends it across the way. Leibowitz, and UCLA has their first lead in this one. They push in front 4-3 on the second of the night for Lexi Leibowitz. Kesis on the break, finds Leibowitz, just past a diving Dalala. And UCLA takes the lead 4-3. Gomez de la Puente. Looking for some help. Out high, Luca loads it up off the post, and Bent is there to gather. Under a minute remaining here in this first half. UCLA ahead by 1. Simmons now on the move. Works back to Maxon. Has time, goes lob off the post. Brooke Maxon is in. With her 12th goal on the year. Hawaii on one end. Bent got a piece of that to ricochet it off the post. And then Maxon able to elude the defense. She goes off the post but in. And it's a 5-3 lead for UCLA, their largest lead in this one. They've now scored 3 unanswered. As Hawaii had a 3-2 advantage, Bruins have turned the tables now 5-3. From the outside, Luca. Here's Sturtefeld. Shot clock, game clock about to expire. Luca, as time expires, that wouldn't have counted. Ball still in the hand as that one was released by Inoue. And we come to the end of the first half. Hawaii with an excellent start, but UCLA has battled back. Rainbow Wahine built a 3-2 lead. UCLA have scored 3 unanswered to pull in front 5-3. Lexi Leibowitz and Val Ayala, 2 big goals for the Bruins. And their pressure on defense has also been a problem. Lotz Sturtefeld still carrying things for Hawaii. 3 big goals as we come into halftime. Bruin faithful on site and loud. We'll take a timeout. We come back. Third quarter coming up. It's the home team Bruins looking to hold off Hawaii. NCAA championship action. Second half on the way. Hawaii got off to a great start. They built a 3-2 lead, and then UCLA pulled ahead 5-3. So 3 unanswered from the Bruins. As we look back at what transpired, Lot Sturtefeld will take the lot. She had them all for Hawaii early on. And then on defense, Molly Delala and company trying to hold down the Bruins, but eventually they'd get on track, as you saw goals there from Val Ayala and Lexi Leibowitz, 2 apiece. There's one from the lefty, Lexi Leibowitz. And back and forth we went, as UCLA used some pressure defense to climb back into this one. That's going to be the story of this second half here. The Bruins are a deeper team than Hawaii. And so the challenge for Rainbow Wahine will be to go step for step with a team that can really go 6 in, 6 out, as we look at some of our halftime numbers here and what transpired. Also power plays. Hawaii leaving a lot of opportunities there on the board. They had that early 6-on-4 that they didn't convert on. And so 1 for 5 in the grand scheme of opportunities, 1 for 6 here because they did have 2 exclusions in 1 instance. We see the rest of our numbers. And we're now underway to start our third quarter. Opening sprint controlled by Leibowitz and the Bruins. UCLA in the blue caps, Hawaii in the white. With Maxon working for Val Ayala. Ayala gives a look. She's got 2, maybe more. Shot clock to 10. Pressure here on the perimeter from Gomez de la Puente. Shot clock to 8. Big step out. Ava Johnson in the mix. And that's a 6-3 lead right now for UCLA. Classic center stuff right there from Ava Johnson. Entry in, catch, step out, turn, face, score. Just like they have it in the water polo textbooks. And Ava Johnson has her 24th goal. A junior from Walnut Creek out of Los Lomas High School. Part of this Bay Area contingent that came south to go to UCLA. Now Hawaii turns it over, and the Bruins with a chance here to build on their lead. Johnson, Leibowitz, just an ordinary. Lob attempt to Lalo by her fingertips, knocks that one away. And the big exhale there after dodging a close call. Lob attempt from Bella Baya. Had Ayala moving wrong direction, but able to reach back with the left hand. Drive through. Lots of white water. That'll be an exclusion on Leibowitz. Hawaii with a much needed advantage. They move it around the perimeter. Here's Kistler, redirect in close. Jamia Bent is there for the stop.
Ball under.
And then a ball under call as Hawaii had controlled part of the rebound. And UCLA takes it back, so Hawaii now 1 for 6 on the 6-on-5. That was a close call. Skip shot try on this end. Delala's back with the stop, and Kistler gathers.
2 minutes down here in the third.
Gomez de la Puente advancing in a pool. Offensive foul is called. So Hawaii now with a few unforced errors here to start this third quarter. Here's Hannah Palmer.
Johnson working at center, defending is Galt.
Maxon moving in. She's knocked down. Gives off to Baya. Inside to Johnson, and the defense is there. Molly Delala once again. Dangerous passing to get that one away. And now Delala directing traffic.
Delala
Good look inside Johnson, backhand, and Dalala ready for it.
Into the corner.
Shot clock under 10. Kistler goes inside. Triple team. A fight for it and a takeaway. It's a good crash in close from Malia Allen.
And Allen picks it up.
Back inside looking for Johnson. And the defensive help is there. Sturteveld coming over to take that one away. And Hawaii will call for time with 4:21 to play in the third quarter, trailing 6-3.
Taken by UH. 4:21 on the clock. Quarter 3, 1 goal so far.
So frustration here for Hawaii after they had jumped out to a hot start, 3-2. UCLA has had all the answers, up 6-3. Both of these teams had to deal with it, but Adam Wright and UCLA talking about it this week. Getting back into the pool after a long layoff. Remember, last year's season paused and then canceled in March. For a lot of athletes, they could not get back into the water as Maureen Cole gets out the dry erase board. And this was a lot of what was going on, right? Talking about things in theory, but not actually getting to play much water polo or to practice it as they remember it. And now they're here back in the mix, but it's taken time to ramp back up to these sorts of things. Can't get a good look at what Cole is drawing up, but offensively, all they've had is Sturteveld with 3 goals. Those have been outside shots. They haven't really been able to establish much of a presence. You look at what they have in at the center position. Emma Van Rossum, well known for her defense, but can look to try and activate more of her offense and draw some exclusions, though they failed to convert largely on their power plays, 1 for 6 right now. And then we did see a little bit of Lalale Mataafa, the backup center. She's a physical presence as well. We picked up some fouls early on. It's a good look at Chris Lee, one of the assistants here with UCLA. And there's Adam Wright. Standout player at UCLA, multiple-time Olympian, and now head coach of both the men's and women's programs. He was talking earlier about getting back in the pool. He said the physical piece is easy to talk about. The mental part is really important. You think you'll be ready to go, and then you're not. You're just not there completely when you're getting back into playing water polo. They've worked through that since, but that was one of the big challenges for this team and many teams to overcome. Out of the timeout, goalie out, bar out. Bent came off her line, left a wide open cage, and Hawaii couldn't convert. Second look.
Halfway mark in the third.
Big opportunity there for Hawaii to stop this UCLA run. On the other end now. Reverse spin, and Dalala, another stop. As Mina Simmons was working inside, the senior out of Orange Lutheran.
Ringo back to cap 8 on scuba diving to find it.
And roster update, Carmen Parengo now wearing the 8 cap after wearing 12. De La Puente with 7 on the timer, lets it go, and Bent is there, the post is there, but the ball will stay with Hawaii, and then an exclusion. So Jamia Bent comes over, and she is excluded. Goalie out, Bruins will pack the cage here on this 6-on-5. This is a big chance for Hawaii with the goalie out. All Bent can do is watch. Field players can only use one arm as they are into the cage right now. They've got 3 in. In close, Van Rossum cashing in. Emma Van Rossum is on the board, and Hawaii with a must-have on the 6-on-5 with the goalie out on the exclusion, as she had pursued the ball. And we get a second look here.
At the 3-minute mark here in the third.
And you see as Bent looks to swim over the player from Hawaii. Called for the exclusion, goalie out, and defenders give their best effort, but the field blocks not enough there. Emma Van Rossum, the first player in Hawaii outside of Lot Sturteveld to score.
Take it high center, defended by Van Rossum.
Here's Maxon. From long range.
Palmer to Maxon.
Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Maxon is field blocked. That's Baringo. Now Delala works ahead. Gomez de la Puente facing a double team. That leaves an opening. A few fakes end off the mark.
Shot from Rio wide left. Fresh ball for Ben.
That was Sturteveld on the try, looking for her fourth, and that sails wide. And there's a 2-minute mark here in the third. Entry in and stepping through and scoring, Katrina Drake.
2:04, time of the goal.
Drake with her first goal of the game, her 16th on the year. And got great position to her strong side.
2 minutes remaining here in the
And
third.
a 7-4 lead for UCLA, under 2 to go in the third.
Extend their lead back to 3. Gomez de la Puente. Sturteveld.
Pressure now from the Bruins. Shot clock to 10. Gomez de la Puente, she was reaching for the ball and waiting for a foul that never arrived. It left the ball wide open to be stolen.
Buck and a half on the clock.
And the Bruins have it back with less than 90 seconds to go in the third.
Into the front court.
Anna Palmer off to Baya. Now Leibowitz has 2.
Palmer. Leibowitz. Maxon.
Near side, Maxon. Shot clock to 5. Entry back in. Drake tips it. Good look, score it as the shot clock was about to expire. Bella Baya on the dish from Katrina Drake. Bella Baya, her 14th goal. And how about the presence of mind here from Drake to tip that one away as the shot clock was about to expire. And an 8-4 lead now for UCLA. 4 goals, their largest lead.
Tip it out as the defense was collapsing. Gets it to Baya, left open on the one spot, left post, good. Final minute here in the third.
Delala putting things in play for Hawaii. This one's starting to slip away here for the Rainbow Wahine, who had visions of upsetting the home team Bruins.
In the corner.
Trying for the long cross pass. That will lead to an exclusion, trying to connect with Inoue.
6 on 5.
Exclusion there in minus Simmons.
UH.
Power play for Hawaii. Shot clock is off, 22 seconds left. Skip shot off the bar. Rebound right in front. And ball under is the call. Mata Afa was trying to gather that one up. But the ball now back to UCLA and a timeout called. With 15 seconds left, UCLA had been holding all of their timeouts. They'll use one of them here. Adam Wright really felt like this UCLA squad had something special going last year. And then, of course, the pandemic comes and it halts the season. And so his staff, this group, feeling very fortunate to be back in the mix this year. able to have a season.
Abby Hill wearing cap 1B, number
So in a
4.
place at UCLA, you dream about the opportunity of being the best. To have that taken away, it's brutal. For the older players, they get one last shot. This is that group's last shot. Abby Hill has come in as a goalie in this final play. So she's wearing 1B. Hill in at keeper, bringing an extra offensive player. Shot clock, game clock to 3. It works to perfection.
From Hill to Palmer.
Hannah Palmer is on the board on the assist from goalie Abby Hill. So a relatively new rule in that goalkeepers can come all the way into the offensive end, and a way to be really effective with that is to put an offensive player in at goalie. Final shot there is knocked down. There's a little goalie lineage in that Hill family. Sammy Hill, older sister of Abby, was a pretty good goalie in her day, to put it mildly. Olympic gold medalist. And it all works out for the Bruins. They now take a 9-4 advantage. Hill to Palmer. And the Bruins cruising now with 8 more minutes left as they try and move on to meet Stanford in our other semifinal. We're back with the 4th after this.
The venue. As always, remember to wash and sanitize your hands frequently.
Parking garage looking good, alive and well, with the capacity here unavailable for the quarterfinal and semifinal round. There'll be limited capacity on Sunday for our championship here, but fans have found a way to keep an eye on their UCLA Bruins. And head coach Adam Wright, as we talked about, coaches both the men's and women's teams. The men's season was at one point running concurrently to the women's season. UCLA men winning the postponed NCAA championship for the 2020 season in March. We talked about the schedule for both of those has been absolutely brutal. So the number one thing is back is killing. He's been standing on a pool deck for 7-8 hours a day. But he said the finish line is in sight. It's this weekend, so an unprecedented time has put all kinds of schedules into a jumble, and college water polo no different. We're underway here in the 4th.
Fourth and final quarter action.
UCLA quickly vaulted ahead by 5. A 9-4 lead.
Drops off on top to Wenzel.
They're on a 6-1 run here against Hawaii. They had trailed, should make it a 7-1 run. They trailed 3-2. Ball under is the call.
Pass to Allen is turned over.
Kistler took a little bit of a shot there, but the ball back to Hawaii and Dalala. Van Rossum now. De La Puente. An exclusion on UCLA. Bella Wenzel heads out. Another 6-on-5 chance here for Hawaii, their 9th. Kistler works to Sturtefeld.
Kistler gets it back to the point.
Side's coming even, pass lob inside, right through the hands of Bent, and score it for Hawaii. Excellent interior passing, and Carmen Baringo is on the board. Baringo, a junior from Madrid, Spain. Will not be returning, however, to Hawaii. Coach Cole, understanding that news, of course, she's where she needs to be academically. She's been away from home for a long time with the extra year with the pandemic. But they have some very talented players returning and coming in new next year.
Exclusion, 3-way.
The exclusion on this end against Van Rossum. That's her 2nd.
UCLA.
Ayala now. Here's Baya. Tosses it inside, and Maxon does the rest. Brooke Maxon with her 2nd. Baya again, a beautiful dish. We saw her the recipient of a great pass earlier, and this time hands it off, and Maxon has her second. 10-5 lead for the Bruins. 6.5 to play, fourth quarter. Offensive called against Hawaii, and the Bruins have it.
Turnover. Delay. Do delay.
And a Palmer on the attack. Threads that pass inside, and lots of Whitewater as Ava Johnson was trying to turn inside on Luca. Couldn't hang on. And then in transition, Ava Johnson will be excluded. Hawaii will call for time as they're going to have a power play opportunity on the way with 5:52 left. So Hawaii will try for one last epic comeback here. Otherwise, we have things pretty much set up for tomorrow. USC taking on Arizona State in one semifinal, and then Stanford and looking like UCLA in the other. And that's what the seeding suggested, and well, probably many expected based off the rankings. So we get a good look at our bracket here again. USC, the top seed, number 1 in the country, taking on Arizona State, and then Stanford and UCLA. They'll mix it up. So it should be 2 very exciting games tomorrow. Arizona State trying to build off of what was a very complete effort against Michigan today. And this UCLA squad, they shook off whatever nerves they had early on, which can only gather there's pressure that comes with hosting the NCAA tournament. You're expected to advance and have an opportunity to be in that championship, and Hawaii came out strong and took a minute there, but the Bruins regrouped and bounced back. And in the waitress eyes he sees same old light is shining. He thinks of Colorado and the girl he left behind. So UCLA ready to go on defense. Hawaii now ready to join them. Maybe tomorrow we'll be there. Can I call you then? She said you're a man. You ain't ever gonna change. You got a gypsy. No idea. Back to live action, power play here for Hawaii. Mata'afa has returned.
Back to Luca up top.
Luca.
Back to Galt.
Libby Galt takes a look.
Luca.
Side's coming even. They gotta go. Great look right in front. The patience to find Emma Van Rossum,
Van Rossum,
who adds her second. The sophomore from Utrecht in the Netherlands. Patience here from Hawaii. Sides are coming even. Exclusion is coming to an end, but they see the opening. And Van Rossum does the rest.
UCLA back in the front court.
Pressure, ball under.
And the ball under. Turns it over to UH. Counting towards 5 minutes.
Hawaii takes it back as we near the 5-minute mark.
Outlet to Luca.
Hawaii moves in, the turn inside, and an exclusion.
Drake, 19 dark.
That's Drake going off. Power play. Second foul on Drake. Hawaii looking for another.
Luca.
Luca works it around the perimeter. Few fakes, cross cage, good to go. Libby Galt has her first, the redshirt sophomore from New Zealand, and quickly back to 3 goals. Gave a few looks, a few fakes, and found that cross cage corner. Libby Galt, huge step forward in this 2021 campaign. The redshirt sophomore, she came into this year with just 4 goals over the last 2 seasons combined. Coach Maureen Cole says she's playing phenomenally. Big West second team pick, now 19 goals on the year. And just really hitting her stride. From Auckland, played for the Marist Water Polo Club, not the Marist College we saw earlier today, but there's also a Marist Club in New Zealand. If you ever thought you were tagging Marist Water Polo on Twitter, you might have gotten Libby's old club. UCLA, meanwhile, probably talking about making sure that this doesn't get any closer to give Hawaii any sort of confidence. 437, 3 goals, that's doable. Bruins looking for their first women's water polo championship since 2009. They just dominated the early portion of the NCAA Women's Water Polo Championship. They won the first one that ever existed 20 years ago this year, 2001. Again in 2003, and then they won 05 through 09. Just a dominant run. They can get back there, but first they have to move on past the Hawaii squad that has found new life. Out of the timeout, Bruins on the attack. This is Abby Hill. Entry inside, a turn, and an exclusion. That was Leibowitz. And then a yellow card towards Adam Wright. And now we have a yellow-red card combo to Adam Wright. That's also a fairly new feature. It will limit how far Adam Wright can move away from his bench. And a field block here from Hawaii. So all of that later. And UCLA doesn't convert on the 6-on-5. So the defense holds there for Hawaii. So now Adam Wright needs to be stationed inside 2 meters from his bench. That'll limit how far he can go. Meanwhile, Hawaii, they get one more back here. It will get interesting. Shot clock to 9. A few fakes. Bent is there. Big stop from Jamia Bent, turning that one away from Gomez de la Puente. Here's Hill calling for Ava Johnson. Johnson wheels inside, but the steal is there. Defense coming over. That's Sturtefeld with 3:07 to play. Dalala takes a look. Hawaii has got to be quick about it here. Galt gives a look. Nothing there. Shot clock to 9. 3 seconds left. Quick step, and that's off the mark. Sturtefeld outside of the goal. So UCLA on defense, clamping down here. Hannah Palmer advancing. Has time, walks it in, and puts it high. 2:26 left. And a timeout called.
Timeout, UH.
And Hawaii will call their final timeout with 2:22 to play. And Coach Cole will will bring her squad in. Looks as if Hawaii might be taking a page out of the UCLA book, as Lalale Mataafa is putting on a goalie cap. You get a second look there at that Hawaii shot that was off, and Martin credit Valiala with the defense there. So keep an eye out for a new goalie. You see the 1B cap there on Lalale Mataafa. No surprise they put her in goal. She's been an athlete since day one. Mataafa from Lahaina in Maui, Hawaii. This is a team that is international. They don't always have local athletes as part of the varsity squad, but she is one of the most talented players to come along. And sometime as a 9-year-old back in 2008, Mataafa won the NFL punt, pass, and kick championship for the 8- and 9-year-old division. The national one. She won the whole thing. She was a finalist a couple of years later, and has just been an athlete every step of the way since. Whether it's punting, passing, kicking a football, playing water polo, or now throwing on the goalie cap, which I'm sure will involve more throwing of a water polo ball. How great is this quote, by the way? After she won that title, this is what she said in the Star Bulletin. The way I look back on it is I had confidence in myself that I could do it, then I came through with it. Classic 9-year-old champion. And now they've got her in at 2 meters.
Now wearing 1B, number 10 now wearing 1B. 7-on-6 in the front court for UH. Counting towards the 2-minute mark. Down by 3. Luca.
Working it around on the perimeter. Shot clock to 6. They gotta go to 3 from the outside. Bent knocks that one away with under 2 minutes to play.
Fresh shot clock for UH.
New shot clock here, but Hawaii running out of time.
Back to Luca.
A few fakes. Here's Luca out high.
On the left post.
Couple of fakes. Off the bar, long rebound, and controlled by UCLA. And so now there's going to be a problem here for Hawaii because they don't have a goalie. So they've got to hustle to get back to try and guard this cage. This is the roll of the dice here. And they don't realize there's not a goalie at the moment.
Action. Drake.
So UCLA now looking to just take time off the clock. Drake lobs it up. Katrina Drake. Her second.
At 113.
Might not have a goalie. Didn't matter to Katrina Drake. Pops it up to herself and lobs it in. And 11-7. So Hawaii trying a new wrinkle there. They're going to keep Mataafa in, wearing the goalie cap, but she's really just more of a field player. Giving that 7-on-6 advantage here in the field. 1 minute remaining here in the fourth. Luca lets fly. Field block again. In pursuit, and Jamia Bent swims that one away. So excellent job here by UCLA. They take a strong surge early from Hawaii and then late. And then this happens. Ava Johnson puts it away. Easy money, open goal. 12-7 UCLA. So the score here will get a little bit further away than it had been with Hawaii pulling their goalie. David Johnson doesn't get easier than that.
Game and shot clocks lined up.
32 seconds left. Shot and game clock just about even. Here's Lucia Gomez de la Puente.
Rosen on the right post, Natafa on the left post. Baringo there.
Ball's tipped up. A fight for it, and an ordinary. It'll stay with Hawaii. They didn't properly get that ball live. Now they're good to go. There's 10 seconds left. Another monster field block. That was Ayala turning that one away. 3 seconds left. Last try. Off the bar, and that's how this one ends. UCLA outlasting Hawaii 12-7. They take the deficit early and then worked their way back. Had trailed 2-0 to start and then 3-2. They got control of this one and never looked back as they improved to 14-4 on the year. Hawaii's season ends here at 11-2. And the Rooftop faithful can go home happy. High fives all around for the Bruins as they will advance to meet Stanford in our second semifinal tomorrow. So our semifinal round is set: USC, Arizona State, Stanford, and UCLA. A look back at some of the key moments in this one. 12-7, UCLA takes it, and they are moving on. A balanced attack. On offense, Jamia Bent in the goal leads the way. Lot Sturtefeld, 3 goals for Hawaii, not enough. And the Bruins are your winners.
Armin Baringo with 1 goal, 1 assist, and 2 field loss. Liddy Gall.